Yo, what's up? This is Nick coming to you live from my living room. I am here. You are there. And this is another episode of Living Rich. So, what I'd like to talk today about is how much exercise you require as a person to feel fucking vibrant. And how much sleep for that matter as well. So for me personally, what I'm starting to realize more and more is that the more I exercise like a fucking beast, the better I feel. And this is a lot of exercise that I'm talking about. A lot. So on top of riding a bike about 20 miles a day, also doing another workout on top of that, also at work being constantly moving, walking around. So it's a very outgoing, outward feeling activity, motion, body that I have. And I feel really, really good with this. Although I don't do it all the time, and it's just not become a habit to work out this much, but I'm changing that around. It's becoming more and more of a habit. Little by little, I'm working on it to do more activity, physical activity. So, there is also another part to this. Ironically, I feel really, 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 really good when I sleep a lot too. So, I am finding ways to work in more sleep, work in more exercise, and maybe you can do the same for yourself. But what I'd really like to talk to you today about is knowing yourself and knowing what you need as a person and what you don't need, and kind of taking out those middling activities. And when I say middling, I mean activities that really, really, really don't have that much of an effect, positive or negative. They're just there, habitual, or they're old habits that served you in the past, but they're not really serving you now. And the idea of this is making everything you do a rich addition to your life in some way. Even those little tasks, make sure, even if it's a cumbersome little task that you're doing, make sure it's serving something a lot bigger and a lot more amazing. And making all of your energy count the most it possibly can. So, what are some examples of this, and how would you do this? Well, there's a lot of things, and it could vary from person to person on how effective you can make your life. But there are definitely ways for you to cut the bullshit out, and in its place put something really fucking amazing. But it takes a lot of energy. It takes focus. It takes relinquishment of old habits. It takes sleeping. And it takes knowing yourself. I think knowing yourself is the biggest part, because you know what you absolutely need and you know what you absolutely don't need for yourself. And you realize how each thing makes you feel. So, yeah. That's basically what I wanted to say for the day. And I'm really stoked on it. I'm really jazzed on it. It's an idea that's been kind of brewing in my head, or a way of life that's been brewing in my head for a while. And I've yet to really take advantage of it. I feel like we're really, really kind of focused on being mediocre, human, conservatory beings. And I myself am not exempt from this. But what I also do think is that you can work towards being extraordinary by building extraordinary habits, building practices that put you on top of your game, or put you in a position where you really, really enjoy, and kind of just turning up the color in your life, the extremity of the color, the contrast, turning up the contrast, while these activities allowing for a very rich and vibrant life. Because after all, richness has nothing to do with money. Well, okay, after all, richness is more than money. It's more about the experience, the richness of the experience that you're having at this moment. And I think there's a way to do that can work for you. So, if you have any questions, comments, if you'd like me to talk about anything in particular, you can feel free to comment below, and I'll get back to you and I will address it. So, for today. Have a good one. Thank you.